If there's one team that really disappointed us after their brilliant start to the 2022 season, that has to be Ferrari. After the French GP, it became evident that Verstappen's dominance is something that Leclerc won't be able to catch up with, which is why they shifted the focus to the 2023 season. On top of that, there have been a couple of things that Ferrari needs to fix in the F175, such as the straight line speed and the reliability of its engine, if they want to be anywhere near the Austrian team. Nevertheless, the team spoke about the upcoming season, saying what their plans are and giving us further insight into the design of the car that's supposed to hit the tracks in 2023 and beyond. So what does Ferrari plan? Before we go into Ferrari's philosophy for the upcoming season, make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons and turn on the notifications from our channel. The 2022 season hasn't been a very pleasing one for Ferrari, especially considering the fact that they haven't been able to score a win since the Austrian GP in July. On top of that, all of the events that came after the Austrian GP were won by Red Bull, only creating a deeper gap with the Maranello team. One thing that Ferrari needs to address immediately, not just for the 2023 season, but for the remainder of the 4 races in the 2022 calendar, is converting pole positions to wins. Charles Leclerc has 9 pole positions in 2022, while winning on only 3 outings this season in Bahrain, Australia and Austria. This is a very poor pole to win conversion, with only 33%, and that is something that cannot happen to a team that is planning to win the championship anytime in the near future. On top of that, Verstappen currently has 12 wins, while being able to finish on pole position just 5 times this season. Ferrari's pace on Saturday is truly amazing, and multiple times this season we've been able to see a 1-2 finish by its drivers. However, when points are awarded for finishing first and second, Red Bull has been able to completely dominate the table and finish in a 1-2 order a whopping 5 times this season. So what is it that Ferrari needs to change in order to come back to the top? How can Leclerc turn the tables back on Verstappen in order to secure his maiden championship in 2023? Stick around with us to find out more. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like our video. Let's start with the recapitulation of the 2022 season and the short-term goals of Ferrari, and then dive deep into what they are planning to change or keep around for the upcoming season. Jacques Clear, who is the senior performance engineer, spoke about the direction that Ferrari is taking in 2023 and how they see the bigger picture out of the 2022 version of the car, which is the F175. According to him, despite the short-term disappointment when it comes to race pace and reliability, the team has a lot of confidence from 2023 onwards. It's been crucial to confirm that we're going in the right direction. And as soon as you have these question marks over, okay, have we gone the wrong way in setup? You have to be quite brave. You've got to understand where you are. You can't afford to carry on. It's a bit like if you're lost. The last thing you should be doing is just barreling down the road saying, let's see what happens later. Stop and look at the map. And that's what we did. We stopped and looked at the map. And you might say that cost us some valuable race performance over those 5 races, but it would be unwise not to do that because the future is always there. You can never ignore the fact that you must keep on top of exactly which direction you're developing in. And we did that. We stopped, we looked at the map, and now we've confirmed that we're going in the right direction, said Clear. Ferrari were quite innovative in the 2022 season, as the bulky sidepod design proved to be a key part of the 2022 car's concept. In the first couple of races, Red Bull struggled with the reliability issues of their engine, which is why Leclerc was able to win 2 out of the first 3 races. Still, the bad luck has struck Ferrari, as they've seen a double DNF in Baku and a couple of DNFs in Austria and Barcelona due to the reliability issues. But we must be fair and say that Leclerc is far away from a championship winning season, with mistakes like Imola in France when he folded under pressure and lost valuable points. On the other hand, we haven't seen Verstappen make these kind of mistakes at all, always staying at the top of his game. So it's true that Ferrari needs to look at their map, but what does this map hold exactly? Apart from the car issues that we spoke about earlier in this video, the Maranello team struggled a lot with the tactics. In Monaco, Silverstone and France, we've seen missed calls that cost the team valuable points. So it goes without saying that the Italian team does indeed have some homework to do, possibly taking some examples from their main rivals Red Bull. Now, back to the car. Ferrari frequently swapped floors in practice between the early version of this part and the version introduced at the Paul Ricard GP in France. This turned out to be a very good learning tool for the team, as they use this tool in order to see whether or not they are on the right path. So we put the previous floor back in the car, and actually we've concurred that the new floor was better, so we went back to it. So yeah, we did a bit of an A-B just to confirm that we hadn't put something on the car that wasn't working. But actually that floor worked fine. Ferrari went quickly from championship contenders to having to defend the P2 spot from Mercedes, who, thanks to the reliability of their own engine, managed to crawl up in the fight for the P2 spot in the Constructors' Championship. Russell also stands a chance for the P3 or the P2 spot in the Drivers' Championship, although it would be a hard mission to accomplish. Therefore, while talking about the 2023 version of the car and labeling the upgrades for the next season as organic ones, Clear spoke about the 2022 fight and the team introducing a new floor for the Suzuka GP, which would help them in the battle with Mercedes. By this time in the year, race 17 or 18 or whatever we are, you're looking at the fine-tuning now, really. And obviously we're in a situation where the championship is very much a challenge to now maintain P2. Obviously we want to come to races and win, so the motivation is still there to bring development, and you can't stop developing. You can't say, let's save our money for next year, because you need to just keep turning the wheel. Ferrari believes that the right path to follow for the 2023 season is to stick to its original basic aero concept and the original ideas. When talking about this, Clear said, absolutely, especially after the big hullabaloo in pre-season testing. And of course, the moment we heard about the Mercedes no pods before they even arrived, obviously aero departments up and down the pit lane were like panicking and throwing side pods off the car and going, oh my god, the Mercedes is going to be a lap quicker than us. And of course, the moment it rolled out in Bahrain, we were like, okay, we have done the right thing. The job of all of us F1 engineers is to look at what other people are doing and say, has somebody found something? But I think very quickly our aero department was confident that we've gone down the right route, and clearly we have. We're a slightly different solution to Red Bull, but I think you've seen that the general DNA of the Red Bull and the Ferrari are different. So we're not going to chase their sidepod solution simply because that probably is not going to work for our car in the same way that they haven't chased ours, because the two teams have come at it from slightly different directions. The reliability issues of their car have also been mentioned when it comes to the 2023 season, and after some early season frustrations, it seems like Ferrari is confident they won't meet their old foe in the next season. We've seen all the teams probably have challenged themselves, let's say, in their decisions on how brave they go with the engines, and we've seen all the engine manufacturers are going over the numbers that were originally within the regulations, and we're taking penalties for it. But I think that's a decision all the engine manufacturers have made, because you simply have to develop and you can bring reliability. Purely from a motivational point of view for the whole team, if you've got a powerful engine that needs a bit of reliability, everybody's very happy to work on that. If you've got a reliable engine but haven't got any power in it, people tend to lose faith. So I think we've made the right decision, and I think a similar decision to the other engine manufacturers, and again, we're happy that's all starting to settle out. So according to everything that Clear said, it's evident that Ferrari needs to work in consistency in aerodynamics and a strong PU for the upcoming season. On top of that, the team does indeed need a better shock calling strategy, something that their main rivals Red Bull have been at the top of the game at. What do you think is next for the Maranello team? Let us know in the comments below.